Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, we look at some reports coming from the world of football. A lot of matches were played over the weekend, coming from the NPFL, Nigerian Professional Football League Match Day 11 for the weekend. Matches were played across different stadia in Nigeria, and we quickly look at those results. Now, starting from the NPFL, Dakar, they did so well at the Gospel Akpabio Stadium. They pipped Kano Pillars by a lone goal, while Abia Warriors, it was 1-0 draw against them, and Nasarawa United, who got a point on the road. Sunshine Stars, they lost at home against Eyimba. Eyimba did so well there in that game. After losing away to Nasarawa in the match day 10, they redeemed their image by winning away, talking about the Eyimba team. Niger Tornadoes was a 2-1 against Katsina United as Kwara United pipped Lobby Stars in the North Central Derby. MFM of Lagos, 0-0 against Aqua United. And to let you know that news reaching out is that the board of that team has been disbanded due to poor return of form. Remo Stars of Ikenne, Ogun State, they did well. They defeated their brothers from Ibadan, Shooting Stars by a lone goal in Ikenne as Plateau United. For the first time, Rivers United will lose this season. They lost that game against Plateau United in City of Jos. It was a good one for Plateau United as they won that game. Wiki Tourists against Enugu Rangers ended goalless. Those games will play in NPFL Matchday 11. Looking at those results. Now, looking at the table, Remo Stars are back to the top of the table. After winning their match against Shooting Stars, they were able to dislodge Rivers United, who lost away to Plateau United. Now, Remo Stars, 11 matches, no loss, and they have 23 points, goal difference of 9. You have Rivers United on 11. They have goal difference of 11, but 22 points. One adrift Remo Stars. Really, they really shocked almost all the teams this season, playing 11 matches with no loss, talking about Raymond Stars. Plateau United are third after winning against Rivers United, 21 points, just a point behind Rivers United. And you have Eyimba International, who won away. They did well, they won away, they redeemed their image. They will have 19 points now. The big boys are beginning to set up themselves in the NPFL Matchday 11. Kwara United with 3 goal difference, 18 points, standing 5th. Abdullahi Bifo, that's the manager. They are really doing well for that club from Ilorin. Rangers International, they have 17 points, followed by Aqua United, defending champion with 16 points. Wiki Tourists of Bauchi right now are standing 8th on the log. The same point with Nasarawa United, who got a point away on the road in their game against Abia Warriors. They have 16 points also. Shooting out of Ibadan, despite losing that game against Raymond Stars, they stand 10th on the log with 15 points from 11 matches. And from 11 to 20, you have Kano Pillars, Sunshine Stars of Akure, Abia Warriors, Lobby Stars, Gombe United, Niger Tornadoes, Dakar, Katsina United, and you have MFM and Heartland. Well, MFM, despite jumping from the bottom position now to 19, the board has been disbanded due to poor form. I'm talking about MFM. Heartland right now, they have 7 points, the same point alongside MFM, but minus 15 on goal difference, while MFM, they're having minus 14. Heartland are really facing crisis of not being paid the players, of not being paid their salaries. And now, this thing reaching us also is that, well, they said they will pay them 6 months salary, but we're looking at February 18th, that's the day. The LMC are also waiting to see what's going to happen. If they cannot meet up, they will be sanctioned by deducting 6 points, and also they will be expelled from the NPFL. Well, as it is, we are just waiting to see the drama unfolding in Heartland home. Still waiting for that. But right now, they are down the bottom of the table in the Nigerian Professional Football League. Matches were played across different stadia in Nigeria. Looking at our own league, we have to celebrate our own. Coming back from that particular stories now, we move to Abuja to talk about our Falconet. Falconet now, they were able to do well against Cameroon. They won the game 3-0 after playing goalless in Cameroon. Falconet, Nigeria under 20 female team, they did well. They defeated Cameroon there. 3-0, good one. They were able to win. They will be facing Senegal in their next game. That will be final round to qualify for Costa Rica, the World Cup that will be coming on with Costa Rica. Nigeria ladies are really making statements. They did so well, winning in this particular game against Cameroon, 3-0, and now they will be facing Senegal. Senegal defeated Morocco in their game, and now Nigeria versus Senegal will be the final qualifying round to see us qualifying for the World Cup Costa Rica. Falconets really doing the business there. That's the story I'll be using to usher in my guest in the studio. Good to have you, Abdullahi Kabiru.
Good to be here.
But I just have to appreciate our own. We look at the NPFL, we've talked about that. Now we talked about the ladies here in Abuja. They played away to Cameroon. They drew 0-0. Now they came home, they made a big statement. 3-0, they silenced them. Now we are going to qualify, they'll be playing against Senegal in the last round qualifiers. And if they are able to dislodge Senegal, they've qualified for the World Cup. And to let you know that so far in the history of World Cup, this team, the Falconets, they actually have the best record of all our teams. They perform mostly, they've gone to finals about 3 or 4 times. They've got to the finals, even though they've never won it, but they've been making statements better than, if you check other teams, the Super Falcons, the Flamingo, the Super Eagles, none of them has even gone past getting to quarterfinal, you understand? And then for the junior, for the Golden Eaglets, the Flying Eagles, all that, you understand? But in the history of football, the Falconets, they've really done well when it comes to football.
Well, the Falconets are outshining the Super Eagles. But yeah, good kudos to them. I'm really happy about that. Like, it shows that once you give them the opportunity, like, they'll perform. Like, the men's team, obviously, they have their own issues, but the female team is great to see that they're doing so well. They're raising the flag. At least, even if the men can't do it, the women can take over, and hopefully they qualify and they make us win it, in fact, since they've done it before and they've reached the finals.
And if you place them beside the Super Falcons and the Flamingos, they are actually standing out because of the record they've gotten so far in all the World Cup, FIFA World Cup they've played in. They're far better than Super Falcons. Super Falcons, they dominated Africa. They've won it 9 times, yes. But when it comes to World Cup, they are always found one thing. You won't be able to, the performance is always within Africa. Yeah. But outside there, Nigeria and Falconet have really showed their class.
Yeah, the World Cup is a different kettle of fish. Obviously, within Africa, you're playing against your neighbors. I think about the World Cup, you're playing against top elite European countries and all parts of the Brazilians. Those people, they grow up with football basically from childhood. So, but it's great to see that. I think once they have more experience of going there, they should perform better.
Now, we've been looking at the Falconets. They did where Coach Chris Danjuma was able to lead those ladies to victory against the Junior Lionesses of Cameroon. 3-0, good one. At least now, against Senegal, it's going to be a bit tough, but we believe that Nigerian can also scoop it by qualifying for Costa Rica World Cup. Now, we move away from Nigeria ladies, the Falconets, and now we move straight to talk about some league matches that went down across Europe over the weekend and some results there. Quickly, let's talk about La Liga. It was a fierce battle between all the teams that are playing La Liga. Quickly, let's have the result there. Getafe, they played their game on Friday. It was a 3-0 against Levante. Alaves lost against Elche 1-3, while Mallorca defeated Cadiz by 2-1. Celta de Vigo 2-0 against Rayo Vallecano. And you have Sevilla playing goalless against Osasuna. Real Sociedad, it was also a goalless against Valencia at the Mestalla Stadium. And you have Barcelona. It was a match that heralded the whole La Liga Primera over the weekend against Atletico Madrid, and that's going to be our topic and this La Liga. But let's look at the results still. Real Betis lost against Villarreal by 2-0. Yes, Samuel Chukwueze and the entire squad of Villarreal, they did well, winning away in that game. Real Madrid, they did well at the Santiago Bernabeu. They won 1-0 against Granada. A good one for Real Madrid. But let's look at Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. It was like you are having Xavi versus Diego Simeone.
It's 2 former greats. Oh, what a game it was during the weekend. Obviously, Xavi versus Simeone, like you said, even as players, different playing styles. Xavi, more technical passes, vision. Simeone was more tough tackling, and that reflected on their teams as well. No, I'm very happy. Even to have sentimental attachment to Barcelona, obviously, but the signings they've made this January, obviously Aubameyang, Adama Traore, Ferran Torres, like very statement win. There's been so much talk about Barcelona in decline, like Messi has left, the club are going to, and so it was so glad to see them. Dani Alves again returning to score a wonderful goal to remind them of, even though his age Probably most of his mates have probably retired by now, but like it was a very good win for Barcelona. Like statement win is a statement show that they're back on track. Hopefully, maybe top 4. The league, it might be beyond them at this point. It would be hard to catch Real Madrid, Sevilla are doing well as well. But I think the top 4, they should be confident of securing it. I think so.
Considering their performance over the weekend against Atletico,
yes, and the players they've got.
It was the star match.
Yeah, it was a great game. It was a great game. The players they brought in January, I think they'll really help them.
Because I saw how Adama really showed his class after returning to that club that he used to play for when he was very young. And you look at Aubameyang, it's as if really Xavi's inclusion of these players in the Barcelona squad shows that he has a foresight. You could see that these players, 1 or 2, when they come, they're going to ask spark and not allowing Dembele to go. Despite the fact that they wanted him to go, they couldn't get a club because of this and that issue of contract not being signed. But setting back to that team that is going to add sparks to that squad.
Yeah, I think Dembele, unfortunately, the fans were whistling him. If you were watching the game, he was on the bench.
And he had to talk to them that they should stop whistling.
But I know, you understand fans, like they get sentimental, like they get emotional.
I've always been against Dembele.
He wanted to leave, so maybe betrayal. And he hasn't really performed up to the expectations. Obviously coming as a upcoming young superstar. But I think with him staying, with the squad they have at the moment, with Memphis didn't even feature, he's looked young, even though he's an average player, but I think it shows that they're trying to change their style of play as well. Some of the players that are counter-attacking type of players. Barca used to possession, Aubameyang, Adama Traore, pace and power, just give them the ball, they will run and maybe create chances for you.
I love the fact that Xavi could see. Because I remember when they were about signing Adama Traore, they were like, what? Adama, will he fit in? This, that, He left Barcelona, a young boy. Now he's a well-built, you can call him a macho footballer, coming back with his strength and all that. Really be able to fit into Barcelona style, tiki-taka style with the physical football coming from England. And then you look at Aubameyang, his pace and all that. They were considering the two. But it seems to go, although let's not judge it with just a match. Let's see.
But he did well when he came on. I think Adama, he's not really the type of player associated with Barcelona. He's more of and his statistics, no disrespect to him, he's not really a top level player. He's an average player. Sometimes he does well, but those type of players are unpredictable. Sometimes you give him the ball, you dribble 4 players, score, or sometimes you just throw a cross in and put it out of play. So he's a bit that type of polarizing, inconsistent players. Exactly, that's the word. It's quite inconsistent as a player. Well,
I see you stylishly supporting your club, Barcelona. Okay, we've been looking at La Liga, looking at the Matchday, rather, the star match, rather, of the La Liga for the weekend. Now, we're still looking at the table quickly, the La Liga Santander table, as it stood over after playing those games. You just have to give it up to Real Madrid. They're really trying their best. Real Madrid are topping, followed by Sevilla, Real Betis. Barcelona now are winning that game, has at least moved them. They are standing 4th on the log. Atletico Madrid are 5th on the log, and you have Villarreal 6th. The big boys are really arranged now, except for you'll be looking for where is Valencia. But Real Madrid, after playing 23 matches, they have 53 points ahead of Sevilla 47, Real Betis 40, Barcelona 38, Madrid 36. That's Atletico Madrid, Villarreal 35 in that pecking order. And from the bottom table, Levante, Deportivo Alaves, Cadiz, Mallorca, Granada, Getafe, Elche, Espanyol, Osasuna. Valencia are standing 11th, surprisingly. Well, Real Betis has taken their place. They normally stay among the big boys when it talks to 1 to 5 or 1 to 6. But now, Valencia are standing 11th on the log. Betis have really, really played so well alongside Real Sociedad this season. You just have to respect them. And also, don't forget Bilbao, Athletic Club. They've destroyed Barcelona and Real Madrid. So they're standing 8th when it comes to the Copa del Rey. But in the La Liga, they're standing 8th there.
Yes, the table, see Real Madrid are they have a bit of a distance, 6 points clear. Betis are having a great season. I think they want to qualify for the Champions. You have a few good players there, and Nabil Fekir, he came from Lyon. People are wondering why would he go to Betis instead of a big club. Arsenal were after him. Well, like you can see, Atletico Madrid still in battle for that top 4 place with Betis, Barcelona, Sevilla. So they've signed Anthony Martial from Manchester United. It'll be interesting to see. Hopefully they can make the title race a bit more interesting rather than Madrid running away with it. So I think it's quite La Liga title race. It's quite exciting, like, to see.
Well, even though the race is open, 6-point gap between Real Madrid and Sevilla, let's see if the race will continue to run till match day 38. Well, we move away from La Liga. Let's look at results over there in Italia Serie A. The biggest match was between Inter Milan and AC Milan, the Rossoneri versus the Nerazzurris. Yes, that's what they call the two teams. A big one, Roma against Genoa ended goalless over the city of Rome. Mourinho and his lads, after playing 100 matches over there in Italia Serie A. Inter Milan lost at home against AC Milan in a derby at the San Siro. Fiorentina shockingly lost to Lazio. It was a big one for Lazio, winning away 3-0. They defeated Fiorentina in that encounter. Atalanta also lost at home against Cagliari. What a shocking defeat from Cagliari, who did well against Atalanta, who has been beating all the giants this season. But right now, they are feeling what they've been giving others. I have Bologna against Empoli, 0-0. 4-0 for Sassuolo, they lost against Sampdoria. Venezia, Napoli, Victor Osimhen unsung in that game. Well, another Nigerian, talking about Tyrone Ebrehi getting red carded as they lost at home against Napoli. Venezia 2-0 won for Napoli there. Well, good one for Napoli. Osimhen that was able to score. Torino, Olaino's team, they lost against Udinese, Isaac's success team. While Juventus did well against Hellas Verona, 2-0. Good one for Juventus. But Inter Milan, AC Milan, the man of the moment who did well, you have the Olivier Giroud. Giroud did well there, having his picture celebrating. It was a good one for Giroud, for him to have been able to score in that game, and for them silencing their neighbors, Inter Milan, the Rossoneris. AC Milan defeating the Nerazzurris. Good one. They've always been having an edge. You have to celebrate them. Good one for AC Milan. But as it looked like, despite that loss, Inter Milan are still topping. Inter Milan, Napoli, AC Milan, give it up to Juventus, AS Roma. All the teams, the big boys are beginning to file up when it comes to Italia Serie A. AC Milan, Inter, quickly.
Oh, Milan derby, always a very intense, tough game. Two neighbors coming up against each other. They used to share a stadium, the San Siro Stadium in the past. Well, it's glad to see AC Milan. They're coming back gradually. Like, growing up, AC Milan were like the top of European football. The great players that played there, Kaká, all of them. But suddenly, the past, like, let's say, decade or so, they've been in serious decline. They haven't been in the Champions League, but they've been doing well this season. Hopefully, they'll qualify, and in the summer, they'll make some big signings and be competing at the highest level again.
Good one there. Now let's go to Germany as we quickly look at the result because our time is fast running. Quickly, German Bundesliga over the weekend. It was a good one for Wolfsburg at the Volkswagen Arena. We won 4-1 against Pop Bayer Leverkusen 5-2 defeated Borussia Dortmund as they lost that game at the Signal Iduna Park. What a way to go. 5-2. Good one for Bayern Leverkusen. Bayern Munich, they defeated Leipzig. Another big match expectedly. 3-2 against RB Leipzig. Stuttgart, they lost at home against Eintracht Frankfurt 2-3. Union Berlin, well, they defeated Awoni Ajayi's Taiwo Awoni's team there. Augsburg, they defeated 2-0. Arminia Bielefeld 1-1 against Borussia Mönchengladbach. 1899 Hoffenheim, they lost against Mainz 05. FC Cologne pipped a free ball by a lone goal, while VfL Bochum 1848 drew 1-0 draw away to Hertha Berlin. And if you look at the table, Bayern Munich right now, they are showing their class. Looking at the Bundesliga table there, 52 points after playing 21 matches. Borussia Dortmund, despite losing that game against Leverkusen, they have 43 points. Leverkusen 38 points. You have Union Berlin. His team are standing for their Freiburg, FC Cologne, Leipzig, Hoffenheim, and you have from 9 to 14, Eintracht Frankfurt, FC Mainz, Bochum, Wolfsburg, Borussia Mönchengladbach in that pecking order, Hertha Berlin, Arminia Bielefeld, Augsburg, Stuttgart, and the newcomers, Greuther. They are not finding it easy at all. They have been roasted every week by all the teams in German Bundesliga. Quickly, we look at French League One. The result quickly as it went down in French League One. PSG, they did well. They won their game 5-1. Messi, Mbappe, all of them unsung in that game against the defending champion Lille. 5-1, good one for PSG. Rennes 2-0 against Brest. You have Troyes against Metz 0-0. And you have 5-2 was good one for Olympique Marseille against Angers. They also won their game. Saint-Etienne against Montpellier ended 3-1, while Monaco defeated Lyon by 2-0. Good one for those teams that won. And for those that lost, they have to come another day to get their win. And if you look at the table now, PSG are topping. They are really making statement, running away with the table right now. PSG are topping there with 53 points. 10 points adrift Olympique Marseille that are second. You have OGC Nice at third with 42 points, just a point behind Olympique Marseille. AS Monaco are in that, picking that down to Olympique Lyon with 8 on the log. Nantes are 10th. RC Lens are 9th on the log. Paris Saint-Germain really celebrating. 10 points adrift them and Olympique Marseille. Flipping it to the bottom of the table now, you have Lille, defending champion, and not finding it easy. They are standing 11 on the log. And you have the teams are really down at the bottom of the table. FC Lorient, they just have to wake up from their slumber. Just 17 points from 22 matches. Saint-Etienne also are standing 19th on the log as it stands there. Quickly before we go, FIFA Club World Cup, well, that will be our last story on the show. FIFA Club World Cup, Al Hilal, the team of Odione Gallo, they did well, winning against Al Jazeera 6-1. In fact, in this game, I was surprised because why Al Jazeera won their first game against AS Perez of Tahiti. Now they play against Al Hilal, they lost 6-1. Igalo scoring in that game.
Odion Igalo, glad to see him still on song, still playing for a decent team. Obviously Al Hilal, maybe Saudi Arabia or Egypt or Saudi Arabia team, exactly. Playing against Al Jazeera, they're not too far apart, like in terms of, but the class showed there. Well, hopefully they'll probably come up against Chelsea in the semi-final or in the final. We'll see how that goes then. Igalo, obviously a familiar opponent to Igalo, but we'll see how that goes.
Well, as it is right now, Igalo scoring all those goals, 6-1. They defeated Al Jazeera. Good one for Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia. Now they dumped out Al Jazeera of UAE, United Arab Emirates. They are the host, but now they are out. Well, they will be facing Chelsea in the semi-final. Can they hold it against Chelsea? Will the sky be blue this time around? Chelsea against Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia. That will be a match I really want to see. What will the Gallo do against the Blues? Will they destroy the Blues now, or the Blues to show their class against? You believe he can win or what?
Well, I believe he can do well, but Chelsea are a different level. Chelsea will win, I think, convincingly, probably. You
believe that?
They will win convincingly.
I will be waiting for that robot. The Atlanta robot will be referring games from semi-final. Let's see what that robot will do between Chelsea and Al Hilal.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see what will happen between Al Hilal, the team from Saudi Arabia, against Chelsea. They did well. They defeated Al Jazeera 6-1. Odione Gallo, the man that will always be on song right now, is celebrating. He's scoring all the 6 goals. And in fact, he opened this scoring chart there, and now they are celebrating. Let's see what they will do against Chelsea in their next game. We've been talking sports with Abdullahi Kabiru. Good to have you once again in the studio.
Good to be here. Had fun, to be fair.
Yes, as we always say, that sport is fitness and business. From me to you out there, it's Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.